Buongiorno, buongiorno. Welcome to another day of adventure here in Appa's kitchen. I'm literally in my kitchen, and I don't know that I actually ever provided a tour of the Airbnb. So I'm getting ready to go out. Just going to show you where I'm staying, and then also just a couple of the little weird little things that I have to figure out here. Kitchen, dining, and living area. It's small, but it's bigger than a hotel room. It's very pleasant. There's some noise outside. I don't know what's going on, some construction. So because I'm leaving, I want to close these shutters. And it took me a while to figure this out, but there's actually a switch here. So we just push the down here on the switch, and they magically come down. So you see the sun is coming in, so that's gonna help keep the place a little bit cool. But also, I do want to allow some air to come in, so I'm not closing it all the way. So those are the shutters. I have all these different light switches that it took me a while to figure out, but that's the one for the kitchen. And then this light comes on automatically when I unlock the door, which is nice. So I'm going to turn that off, because if I don't, then it'll turn off when I unlock the door. Here's the bedroom. Very comfortable bed. There is no place for my clothes, so I just have to put everything here. I wish they had like a dresser or something. I didn't really bring any shirts to hang. And then here's the laundry area. And you can see where I am. I'm on the first floor, surrounded by apartment buildings, but I do get some sun. So this laundry has been out here for a day. It's almost dry, but I'm gonna let it keep drying. And then also I wanna close that shutter. So again, just push the down button. These are little things that I wish the Airbnb host had told me or given me some instructions, maybe label the switches. I'm thinking that maybe this is a new renovation. Maybe it's a new business for him. He's just getting started, hasn't figured all these things out. All right, so I'm gonna go out to the street now. Nice thing is I don't need a key. So I have a keyless entry. I have the number memorized. And there's another unit here. So if anybody's interested in staying, maybe with friends, it's possible to get 2 units right next to each other. To exit the building, you have to push this little button to open the door. And then you're familiar with this little street where I usually start my videos. So it's nice, it's set back from the street, and I can't really hear the traffic from the main street. So today's plan is I'm going to walk again towards the center. New Bari, old Bari. I want to see if I can check out the Cathedral of St. Nicolas, which is different from the Basilica. No bones buried there in the cathedral. But I think it's the tower that I've been seeing when I get on that way. And then I'm going to try to take a different street down. I found some of the supplies that I needed. I found a dish towel, a little kind of strainer thing for pasta, I bought some pot holders and then I discovered that I have pot holders already. And I got a bar of soap. In this neighborhood, just a little bit down that way, there's a big main street. It's named after some pope. And there was a little shop called Pro Shop, which I thought had something to do with golf. It's kind of like a dollar store, you know, cheap things. More than €1, but the most expensive thing that I bought was the strainer. It was €3. The pot holders were like 70 cents. So cheap. All right, so anyway, I'm still looking for a bowl because I need a bowl to mix some things in when I'm cooking. And I want to see if I can find some sausage. This morning I went to Deco. There's Deco right over there behind me. And I didn't see the kind of sausage that we usually call Italian sausage in the States. They had these skinny little sausages that were chicken and pork. They look like breakfast sausages. And I was thinking I was going to make some kind of a ragu. I got some pappardelle, some fresh pappardelle with sausage. So I tried them for breakfast. It kind of tastes like breakfast sausage. I don't know. I mean, it might work, but I'd rather get some really nice, like sausage with fennel and, you know, the different spices that we get in Italian sausage. I Googled about sausage in Italy and found that there are several kinds of traditional sausages here in Bari, but for some reason they don't have them at Deco. So I'm going to look around for a bowl, some sausage, go to the cathedral. I'll eat lunch somewhere. And that's it. So I'm going to stop the video now. I'll come back if I find anything interesting. All right, so I've been walking for about 40 minutes now. Tired. I just reached Corso Vittorio Emanuele, La Pochetteria, the Ariches over there. That beautiful building, Palazzo Petrezzelli, I think it's called. And there's a little cafe here behind me. I was thinking I wanted to sit down and have a coffee and a pastry to kind of recharge and rest. But it's a little crowded. Let me take a look here. I mean, it's popular, so that's a good sign, but it's too crowded for me. Sorry, I'm not that brave yet. There's another one up here. So as I was walking past this cafe again, I saw someone just sit down and then a waitress came out, took her order. I thought, okay, I can deal with that. But I just ordered a cappuccino. It's after 10. I just broke one of the rules, but I don't care. It's 11:30. And I thought they had sfogliatella, but it had a different name, so I'm gonna have to see if I can learn what it is or see what I end up with. All right, so it's nice here. I'm sitting right on the street. And I get to relax a little bit. So this is what I got. A little tiny thing. All right, let's see what's in here. Okay. It's more like the lobster tail that I got in Philly. The dough is not sweet at all, but it's filled with a pastry cream. Perfect little snack. I've been here before. This is via San Francisco de Assisi, St. Francis of Assisi Street. And that building straight ahead, sorry for the lovely view of the trash bins, but that building straight ahead with the tower and a dome, I'm just gonna guess is the cathedral. And if it's not, I still want to check it out. So let's just say that that little experience at the cafe was a learning experience. I learned how to sit down and order something. It wasn't a sfogliatella. I think it was a lobster tail, but the waitress was too busy for me to ask again. So the thing I didn't like about the place, it was just way too busy. And it was just like, it was confusing. I'd rather go to a little place on my side of the tracks. I went a couple days ago, had a cannolo, and an espresso. And the people were nice, and I didn't feel like an idiot. Yeah, I've been here a week, so I'm still adjusting. All right, so I'm in the tourist area. Lots of people sitting outside. I see some food. There's Old Body here. And I don't know if there will be signs, so I might have to open Google Maps and start getting some navigation. The women are out making orecchiette. The tourists are standing around them, taking pictures. It's a beautiful day here. Sunny, warm. There's a little bit of coolness in the air, so it's very pleasant. Now, let me show you what else I got at the pro shop. Ooh. Sorry about that. This is Gentile Gelateria was recommended. I just saw somebody walk out with a cone. It looked really good, but since I just had a little pastry, no gelato for me this morning. All right, anyway, I got these little microfiber rags so you don't have to look at my sweaty forehead every day. There's a pack of 4 for like €1 or something. I can take them home with me and use them for cleaning. All right, so I'm going to be going into the crowded, narrow streets of Old Bari. I'm going to turn on my navigation and try to find a direct route to the cathedral. I'll meet you there. Oh my God, it is so crowded here. I just made a little right turn and here it is. So I'm assuming this is the cathedral. Sure looks like a cathedral. I also just passed a little shop that sells like housewares. Isn't that funny? I was looking all over. Oh, it's a museum and you need a ticket. I skip the line and buy a ticket. Well, guess what? We're not going to do that. You've seen one church, you've seen them all. But let's just look at the outside here. This beautiful archway. And this plaza filled with tourists. All right, so this is like a museum. I'm not really interested. I'm just gonna take a little walk. Little fried snacks. Very sunny street.
Grande poesia também, não existe. Deixa eu ver a caixa. É poder da seguir bem.
Another little houseware shop. You know what I wouldn't mind buying is a nice pasta bowl that I could take home with me. So that's actually what I'm going to look for. There's a fruit vendor. This is Panificio Santa Rita, and it looks like there's a line. Also recommended for focaccia, and I think they also do is fried, what's the stuff? Polenta. But I don't do lines, sorry. Laundry day. I think I was here before. It's a beautiful plaza, sunny. And I see a clog of tourists blocking the street. All right, I'm going to consult my map and try to find my way out of here. Here's Pizzeria di Cosimo. I went to Pizzeria di Cosimo the other night near where I'm staying, another location for panzerotti. It was good, but I actually enjoyed the panzerotti at Mastro Ciccio better because the dough at Mastro Ciccio is more supportive of the fillings. Panzerotti I had from Pizzeria di Cosimo was huge. First of all, and they had an extra large, but this was just a regular size. And the dough was really thin, which is nice, but when you have cheese and sauce inside, you need a firm dough. So the dough at Mastro Ciccio was perfect. It held everything inside. It wasn't messy to eat. The panzerotti from Pizzeria di Cosimo were really messy, and I was glad I got them to go, and I ate them in my Airbnb because I was like, I used a half a roll of paper towels. So I've seen lots of videos of people coming here and eating out here in this plaza. Nothing like hot, dripping, scalding cheese burning your mouth and running all over your fingers. So if you want to do it, do it. But I recommend getting it to go and taking it back to your hotel or your Airbnb. Let it cool a little bit. Remember, eat it horizontally. Don't hold it like this because all the filling is going to settle in the bottom. All right, let me find my way out of here. It's 12:06. It's time to start looking for lunch. All right, so I'm just down this little street. Strada Casamassimi. Just up from the plaza where Pizzeria di Cosimo is. And there's a woman making orecchiette. She spoke to me. I gotta say, I'm a sucker if you say hello. Like, I've been in Bari a week now. Nobody has said hello. So she said hello. She pointed to, she had €1.50 on her table. At first I thought she was asking for a donation. Then I figured out she was telling me a bag of orecchiette were €1.50. So I guess that was for the basic orecchiette. I, of course, was attracted to the multicolored ones. So I bought a bag with 3 colors, de colore. She said basil. I thought they were spinach. So basil, tomato, and then regular ones. Now I have to figure out what kind of sauce I'm gonna make. I think it would be good with like a sausage and mushroom, or actually sausage and broccoli rabe, which I think is what they call chimichurri. All right, we'll figure that one out. So stay tuned for that. She told me to cook them for 10 minutes. I'm excited. If I don't cook them here, I'll take them home. So I'm standing across from the castle. Here's a little old water fountain, and then just these beautiful old buildings with some ugly modern touches. These new doors. All right, I'm gonna walk over to the castle, find a shady spot, and plot out the lunch plan. All right, the siren call of Gentile dragged me in here. Look at these beautiful pastries. So many delicious things. My brother really likes these things. I think they have a different name. And I just got a little tiny granita bergamotto. Oh, I got brain freeze. So bergamot is an Italian citrus. It's actually supposed to be really good for heart health. So they say on the internet, and you know everything you read on the internet is true. The seating here is for people ordering off the menu. So I'm guessing that's if you're going to have some serious ice cream. So I'm sitting across from Al Pescatore, and Google says they're closed today. So I just kind of walked back and forth and in and out and around. It's very confusing. Google Maps, I don't know where they were leading me, but I think they have a hard time with these little streets here. So I passed another kind of interesting looking little seafood place. Gonna rest here for a little bit and then maybe go back and check that out. I'm gonna check Google Maps to see what I can find. I'm in the mood for like a seafood pasta. So we'll see what I find. All right, so I'm here at La Baresana Trattoria Pizzeria. There's St. Nicolas there. It's a nice little place. It's on side street across Corso Vittorio Emanuele, and that's Old Bari, straight ahead. Got good recommendations on TripAdvisor, and so far everybody's been really nice. So I just ordered carbonara. I asked for a recommendation, and she said they have cacio e pepe with clams, which is such a weird thing. I always thought you can't have cheese with seafood. And then they also had cacio e pepe with some kind of a fried cheese. But I passed somebody who was eating carbonara. I love a good carbonara, and I don't even know if I've ever had carbonara in Italy, just my own. So we'll see how it compares. They also had spaghetti with frutti di mare, seafood pasta. So if this is good, I'll definitely be back. I like this place. Outdoor seating, it's very chill. I'm guessing it's going to get busy around 2 o'clock, which seems to be the lunchtime here. My carbonara has arrived, and I don't see any guanciale in here. Maybe. There's a piece. Okay, there's a little bit. All right, so let's give it a taste. And here it is, real carbonara. No cream. Just made with cheese and egg and pasta water. This beautiful creamy consistency. It kind of thickens up as it cools, but it was just perfect. Really rich and delicious, and I'm full. I'm just gonna have a little coffee and then walk home. Happy to report I got a smile in Bari at La Trattoria Baresana. So it was a really nice little restaurant, and the staff was really friendly. It's definitely a local place filled with a bunch of Italian business people. Just right off of Corso Vittorio Emanuele, across the street. Carbonara was super rich. I am like so full right now, so I'm really glad. I am walking. I had a little coffee, and then they gave me a limoncello, which is always a nice way to finish a meal. I'm convinced that drinking, I don't know what you call it, after dinner drink, limoncello or amaro or something like that, and eating gelato is the secret to staying thin in Italy. Okay, so now I'm going to look for Carrefour supermarket, because I know it's a kind of a bigger chain, to see what kind of sausage they have, if I can get some sausage for my orecchiette. And also I have this pappardelle that I bought. All right, I have to consult my map. I'm in Carrefour. There's actually no sign, but this is where Google Maps led me. They have mushrooms. Everything is kind of packaged here, which is nice. You don't have to weigh anything. All right, I think I'll get a pack of mushrooms. And I don't see any broccoli rabe type stuff. Frappe. Rapidi something. Kind of looks like broccoli rabe. I'm not going to take a chance. Let's go see if they have sausage. Found this Tuscan sausage, which has carne de suino. I learned that earlier. Swine. So it's pork, salt, aromi, spezie, so herbs and spices. And then it looks like preservatives. I'll try it. Okay, I am going to end this video here. That was not a Carrefour, that was Supermercati Rossotonno. I think Google Maps needs to update. So I'm gonna head that way to Bari Centrale and home. The restaurant was nice, so if you're in the area, I forget the name already, check it out. You have to pay inside, I didn't know that. So there was there seemed to be 3 tiers of service people. There was a waitress, there was somebody who was definitely a bus boy, and then another guy who was kind of intermediary. He saw me sitting there with my check and my credit card, and he kind of said in English, pay inside. But it wasn't exactly English, but I understood. So then inside, there were 2 people before me who paid. They just sort of did it themselves. And then a cashier appeared and I paid him. Question about tip, because on the bill it said in English, no tip included. There was a cover charge, a service charge of $2.50. So I was gonna initially pay in cash and then leave a few extra euros, and then when I paid with my credit card and there was no mention of tip, I just left it there. There was an old woman that came by begging. I gave her 2 euros, so I figured that was the tip. I don't know. I'm really confused in countries where tipping is kind of up to you. There is no clear rule about tipping. It's up to you. If the service is good, the service was good, but I'd like to know what Italians do, because I definitely don't want to contribute to changing the culture where tips become expected when they're not really part of the custom. All right, so ending it here. Hope you enjoyed this little meandering morning. And if you're coming to Bari, I did find a good restaurant that I was very happy with. Away from the tourists, friendly service, decent selection of food. They had pizza, pasta, and then secondo piatti. So a selection of other things that you could choose from. It was very popular with the locals. So check it out. All right, so that's it for today. I'm gonna end this video now. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.